Hello students, the next topic is laws of exponents. Here we have some laws of exponents which are also known as laws of exponent or exponent rules. Let non-zero integers a and b and m and n are the whole numbers. So here we have first law of exponent, that is a raised to the power m multiplied by a raised to the power n is equal to a raised to the power m plus n. That is, whenever the two numbers in the exponential forms having the same base are going to be multiplied, then their powers will be added. Similarly, the second law, a raised to the power m divided by a raised to the power n, that is, two exponential forms are going to be divided having the same base, is equal to a raised to the power m minus n when m greater than n. Third law of exponents, a raised to the power m whole raised to the power n is equal to a raised to the power m multiplied by n. So that means the powers are going to be multiplied in this situation. The next law, a raised to the power m multiplied by b raised to the power m. Here we have the different bases but the same exponents. In that case, bases are going to be multiplied and the same power will be raised. That is, a raised to the power m multiplied by b raised to the power m is equal to a into b whole raised to the power m. Next law of exponent, a upon b whole raised to the power n can be written as a raised to the power m divided by b raised to the power m. And the next one, a raised to the power 0 is equal to always 1. We have already studied किसी की भी power. Anything raised to the power 0 is always equal to 1. Now, if the exponents m and n are integers and bases a and b are here rational numbers, still the same laws of exponents are valid. Okay. Now, the explanation of very first law of exponent, a raised to the power m multiplied by a raised to the power n is equal to a raised to the power m plus n. Let a is a rational number. Okay, a is a rational number, and we are getting the previous signs over here. So let a is equal to 7, as a can be written as 7 upon 1, so it is called rational number here. And m and n are the integers. So m is equal to -2 and n is equal to -3. Now come to the proof. Left hand side we have a raised to the power m multiplied by a raised to the power n. Here we have a is equal to 7. 7 raised to the power -2, similarly into 7 raised to the power -3. Done. So what does it mean? 7 raised to the power -2 can be written as 1 upon 7 square, and similarly 1 upon 7 cube. So on expanding, this could be written as 1 upon 7 into 7 into 1 upon 7 into 7 into 7. So we know that how to multiply the rationals. Numerator will multiply to the numerator, that is 1 1 ja 1, and denominator will multiply to the denominator, that is 7 into 7 into 7 into 7 into 7. So here we got 1 upon, as 7 is going to be multiplied itself 5 times, so it could be written as 7 raised to the power 5. So whenever that 5 would go up, the power would become negative. So 7 raised to the power minus 5. Right hand side, that is a raised to the power m plus n, that means 7 raised to the power minus 2 plus minus 3. So minus 2 plus minus 3 will give you, both are the negative indices, so they would be added and there would be the sign of minus. So minus 2 and minus 3 is equal to minus 5. Here we have left hand side is equal to right hand side, therefore it is verified. So next rule, uh, exponent a raised to the power m divided by a raised to the power n is equal to a raised to the power m minus 1 as m greater than n. So now the explanation of this, let a is a rational number, take it as 7. Again m and n the same values, m is equal to minus 2 and n is equal to minus 3. So left hand side, a raised to the power n, that is 7 raised to the power minus 2 divided by 7 raised to the power minus 3. This could be written as 1 upon 7 square divided by 1 upon 7 cube. So how could you be able to solve this? There is a little bit algebra involved, to which we have already discussed in the previous classes. So come to the point, right hand side first. 7 raised to the power minus 2 minus minus 3 can be written as 7 raised to the power minus 2 minus minus plus 3, and minus 2 plus 3 is equal to 7 raised to the power 1, and left hand side would be solved like that. So 1 upon 7 square can be written as 1 upon 7 squared multiply by, whenever you are going to divide, then you just have to multiply it with the reciprocal of the divisor. So 1 upon 7 cube would become 7 cube. So here we have 1 upon 7 into 7 multiply by 7 into 7 into 7. So finally you are left with 7 raised to the power 1, that is 7, like that. So here we have left hand side is equal to right hand side, and it is also verified. Next rule, a raised to the power m whole raised to the power n. So whenever there are two powers, so they are going to be multiplied. A is a rational number, let it be 1 upon 2, and m and n are the integer, that is minus 1 and minus 2 we have taken. So now just come to the point, left hand side, a m a raised to the power m whole raised to the power n. So 1 upon 2 raised to the power minus 1 whole raised to the power 2. So here we are observing that 1 upon 2 raised to the power minus 1 is going to be multiplied 2 times itself. So this would become minus 1 upon 2 raised to the power minus 1, and again multiply by 1 upon 2 raised to the power minus 1. So here what would we get? So whenever we would take the reciprocal of 1 upon 2, this minus 1 would become plus 1. So this would become 2 raised to the power 1 into 2 raised to the power 1, and 2 2 ja 4. Now come to the right hand side. Right hand side, a raised to the power m n. So 1 upon 2 raised to the power minus 1 multiply by 2. 1 upon 2 raised to the power minus 2. So whenever we would take the reciprocal of 1 upon 2, which is 2, then this sign would change to positive 1. So 2 raised to the power 2 is equal to 4. Hence, this is also verified. So now again just revise it. So a raised to the power m multiply by a raised to the power n is equal to a raised to the power m plus n. Second, a raised to the power m divided by a raised to the power n is equal to a raised to the power m minus n, where m greater than n. Third, a raised to the power m whole raised to the power n could be written as a raised to the power m multiplied by n. Next, a raised to the power m multiplied by b raised to the power m is equal to a into b raised to the power m. A upon b whole raised to the power m is equal to a raised to the power m upon b raised to the power m. And finally, a raised to the power 0 is equal to 1. So here we have some practice questions on the exponents. 7 square dot stands for multiply over here. If you would go through, okay, this would be written as 7 raised to power 2 multiply by 7 raised to power 3, 2 raised to power 2 multiply by 2 raised to the power 5, and x raised to the power 4 multiply by x raised to the power 2. One part I will solve, that is according to law of exponent, 7 raised to the power 2 plus 3. This would become 7 raised to the power 5. Okay. Similarly, 2 raised to the power 2 plus 5, and this will give you 5 is equal to 2 raised to the power 2 plus 5, 7. So this would be done by you. X raised to the power 4 plus 2. So finally it could be written as x raised to the power 6. Now here we have some problem related to this. No problem at all. This is on the basis of second law, that is a raised to the power m divided by a raised to the power n is equal to a raised to the power m minus n. Done. So here we can write down 4 raised to the power 6 minus 3 is equal to 4 raised to the power 3. And here w raised to the power 7 minus 5, and it is equal to w raised to the power 2. And here we have 8 raised to the power 9 minus 8, that is 8 raised to the power 1 is equal to 8. So I hope you understand that. Thank you.